Last year, this yard was just a blank patch of ground. Today, it is something entirely different. We're at my family's farm in Iowa to see the garden I created for my sister-in-law, and I cannot wait to show you how it's grown into a true oasis. And we have a Homegrown Gardens first, a hammock hangout. I'm Karen Miller from Homegrown Gardens. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, we are on site of my literal roots, not just mine, my ancestors. What am I, the fourth generation?
At least.
Yeah.
Maybe fifth.
It's many, many moons.
As far back as we can remember.
We are in Iowa. This is an amazing day. My brother just got married, which is incredible. We are now shifting gears back into Homegrown Gardens mode. And I'm with Maggie, my sister-in-law, because we are actually gonna come back here to Iowa. I already have the designs done, and it's really exciting to have not one, but two garden spaces on my homeland of 240 acres in Iowa. So let's go see the befores of what this looks like now. I literally grew up in this house over here. This is the old farmhouse to the right of me, and to the left is where my grandmother used to live. Now,
and your great-grandmother.
And my great-grandmother, correct. And so literally everything here on this property is in the family. And now Maggie and Dwayne live there. It's really special to me to create some magic right outside their house, and my parents will be able to see this as well and utilize it. So it's kind of a twofer here. Like two houses get to enjoy this garden space.
Yeah, that was part of the decision on the location, was that'd be very easy of access for your mom and dad to pop over and grab a tomato or whatever they need, rather than where the current garden space is further away.
Yeah. So Maggie's an avid gardener. She's no, newbie here with gardening, but you've been gardening in ground far too long, in my opinion.
Yes, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move on to better things.
Yeah. So tell me, what was here before?
So this is where we put the swimming pool every summer. I'm a teacher, so I spend my summer outside gardening, reading, and floating in the pool. So I am kind of giving up my pool area, but for a way better experience, and I'll be able to enjoy the patio area that we're designing too.
Yeah, so yes, pool's gone, but in 240 acres, I'm sure if you wanted a pool, you can find it somewhere else.
Absolutely.
So you're actually going to come into the first of two rooms. In this design, it's super unique. We got some really fun features. So this is all going to be a walk-through garden space with an interior I-shaped box, kind of a cool way to maximize the interior space.
I for Iowa.
For Iowa, yes, love that. And then you'll actually be going through a second arbor here with framed boxes that leads you into where the fire pit hangout space is. And that's super important for you too, right? To be here to kind of have a space to congregate and just enjoy.
Yes.
Other than the garden.
Yes, we one of the best things of living out in the country and on the farm is being able to be outdoors and enjoy the peace and quiet, nature. Out here in our element.
So we always need vertical growing in a garden space, and we figured behind us, where we are here, to block this propane tank is to put the big vertical trellis in. So you'll have your squash vines growing, cucumbers.
And then a new design for you. Right? Where's that going to be?
So about right here, what we've done in the past is we've created like what I call an entrance arbor. Typically it's maybe 5 foot, 6 foot opening, but Maggie had an amazing idea to incorporate hammocks into a garden space. So this is going to be my first garden space with hammocks.
Yeah.
Super excited. So the idea is to expand this exit point over here long enough, and we'll put hooks on so you can, hook up the hammocks when you want it. And we'll create a little pergola thing over top. We'll grow some vines over it.
That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. So you'll have some shade. This is very full sun. I mean, we have like this one awesome tree and that's it. So it'll be functional, really cool, and just an amazing space to enjoy. Before we come back on site to see this magic come to life, let's go see what her current situation is.
So this is the area that I've been gardening, I don't know, maybe 15 years. I used to have it up where the pool is, but then when we got the pool, I moved the garden over to here. While it's convenient, it gets a ton of shade throughout the morning from the house. It's just gotten tough. We're kind of having some erosion problems, and I'm just getting older.
We need to get you off the ground.
I'm like, so I'm hopeful that by upgrading into that beautiful space, gardening will be a little bit easier for me and will give me more time back in my life compared to the amount of time I spend gardening out here.
No, totally. Well, you are long overdue for a nice, beautiful garden. I'm actually genuinely privileged to create this space for you guys. It's just genuinely, I'm excited to do this. So on that note, we got to call in some magic with Mother Nature and hope for a really nice, easy December that we can build in.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see if we can make it happen.
All right, it's time to have some wedding cake.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go eat some cake. So we actually brought the guys in from Chicago in December and rolled the dice with weather. It was mostly nice. We had one super cold day, which my nephew, bless his heart, helped on. You'll meet him shortly. It's honestly been such a wild, beautiful ride to see this thing come to life. What welcomes you into this 2-room concept is, of course, a natural, beautiful rustic arbor. What's really fun about this first room of the garden is we had a uniquely large center space to play with. If you make a garden box bigger than 4x4, you're probably not going to be able to reach the middle of it. So we needed these little nooks to access every part of your garden box. So we creatively came up with this concept of I for Iowa. We actually recessed the interior boxes a little bit lower since the perimeter boxes are about 2 foot tall. We didn't want to have everything with too much height. We actually wanted to create a little lower vibe. One beautiful thing that we did here is integrate in a ton of flowers. So not only we have the classic marigolds and nasturtiums, she actually dabbled with some unique ones. This one is called Persian carpet zinnias. It looks like a marigold, but it just has a little smaller flower petal to it. And it sprawls a little bit more and it's upright. So I really like that one as an addition. She's got pepper palooza all across this space. On the opposite side of this garden space is our wall of tomatoes, which are just thriving in the round cages that we installed. They are already above the top of the cage, which is 6 foot higher than the box itself. So no joke, she's gonna have to get a ladder out by the end of the season in a couple months to harvest all those babies up top. This arbor that takes you into the next room, she's pretty much harvested all the beams now, but you can still see the magic of how it just wrapped itself around this arbor, and you would have literally dangling beans to pick and harvest and enjoy. Oh, so cool. We get out of the garden room and now we're into the hangout space. You can sit at the couch. We put in a countertop here. Let me rephrase this. We did not do the countertop. We ran out of time because weather was turning in December. So my brother Dwayne actually finished this off. He did a fabulous job with it. They added in a fridge here so you can grab your beverages, and also these really cool fun drawers that matches the lumber of the wood we used, which is cedar tone. And then behind you, of course, is the backdrop. There's a propane tank behind this trellis that we really wanted to hide. It's necessary and it's really hard and costly to move. So we just said, let's just pop up one of my trellises and hide it completely. So this worked out beautifully. My most favorite thing about this garden space is the hammock area. We took the concept of my entrance arbor and expanded it out enough to accommodate 2 hammocks. As my niece and nephew were younger, they loved sitting in those little hammocks you put up in the trees. So we wanted to invite that into this space. So we installed these little eye hooks that you can take them down when you're not using them. So I'll show you how that works in just a second. The vision with the hammock hangout was to create a little bit of shade. So therefore, of course, we needed to take vines vertical and over the canopy of this beautiful structure, and she's nailed it. Right now, she has little acorn squashes and gourds hanging. We actually opted not to do pathway lighting amongst the boxes, just given there were so many height differences with the boxes. So we did overhead lighting instead with our classic Edison bulbs. We wanted to incorporate a bit of hardscape, of course, into the space where they're going to use the most, at the couch and the chairs and fire pit. So we actually landed on a material from Menards. It came in a pallet. It was a 10 by 10. Piecemealed it together and it worked out beautifully. The hammock hangout actually has a spot for 2 hammocks, so I'm gonna go grab my niece Abby, who I dearly love, and we are gonna enjoy this space together. So this is Abby. She is my soul sister in this family. We have so much in common. You love the garden, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a big supporter. She has come to Homegrown Gardens in Winfield when it's peak season, and you have helped plant so many plants. So your hand is in this too.
A little bit.
All right, cool. Well, I had the idea we're wrapping up here, so why don't we go sit in the hammock and just
Sounds good.
show all the magic that happens there.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Super easy to install once the structure's built.
Yeah.
And now this is the fun part. We just get to get in, right? So after a long day of gardening, you grab your drink, your food, all the goodies, put up the hammock, relax, and enjoy. So Abby, what is your favorite thing about this garden?
The hammock.
The hammock, okay,
Yeah.
we're in it.
Yeah, I've always loved the hammocks. Before we had this garden, there's 2 trees in the front yard that I was always in all summer. Like even at nighttime, I'd just be on my phone or whatever in the hammocks. I love hammocks.
So this is like a peaceful, nostalgic thing for
I love
you.
reading here.
Do you ever have like little hangouts out here?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom has met a lot more of my friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I, we love coming over here and hanging out on the couch. The fireplace is a huge hit too.
Super
having
cool.
s'mores and having a ton of friends over a lot of the time.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Here sits my nephew Adam, who is an amazing human being, but not only does he get to enjoy this space, he actually had a hand in it, right?
Yeah, the feel like was right around 20 degrees and we were all out here in our big jackets, biggest gloves we could find. The top bit of the dirt was still pretty well frozen, and I got to dig all the holes for it.
Oh boy.
And we were trying to spray paint some stuff and none of it was sticking because it was so cold it wouldn't dry. And we got quite a bit done somehow that day, but I mean, it was a really good experience to work with your crew and had a pretty good time.
I love it, I love it. So you've literally, I don't know if we can say blood, sweat, and tears, opposite of sweat, whatever that is. Your sweat turned into icicles.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it takes a lot of labor of love to build these garden spaces. So this one's a little extra love from you.
For sure.
Cool, well thanks for helping out because we really needed the extra hand. And also, as I envisioned business expansion, naturally, it was really cool to have you involved in this process. Yeah. We'll see where life takes you, but you know, as I build this thing out, I need more contractors, more builders. So who knows? We'll see what the future holds.
We'll see.
Are you open to it?
This might be.
Okay, cool. Then stand up for a second.
Yeah.
So, where do you work at?
Agrivision.
Agrivision. He is literally a cookie cutter version of Brian from 1997. In 1997, I was really cool and I had a camcorder and I filmed this entire farm and it's labeled Cats of 97. Well, I happened to get footage of Brian coming home from Agrivision or whatever it was called then, John Deere. Yep. And literally, I'm kidding you not, you've changed the shirt a little bit, but it's identical. You're the new Brian. Congratulations. Congrats. So if we build Brian's garden space, are you in?
Well, probably.
All right.
There's a good shot.
You'll have to find some time to sneak in and help the guys again?
Probably.
All right, we will take that help. Yeah. So Maggie is home now, and I definitely want to get her perspective on her experience in this amazing garden space. So Maggie, when you think back to last year in the garden space, you've literally quantum leaped into this. So how does that feel?
Things have elevated, like literally elevated. I never knew I was going to need a step ladder for gardening, but it's been like that's been a bonus for me. Yeah. And not only like my produce has just been multiplied times over, so many times over. I have so much food, but my joy of gardening is like back, because in the old space, it was always kind of like a chore. It would be uncomfortable. I'd be squatting down using like this little stool, big tools, like the big shovel and the big hoe.
It wasn't enjoyable.
And I mean, it's okay, but then like the next day, I'd be sore and achy. Yeah. And now there's none of that. Yeah. It's just so easy.
Plants are at your height.
Yeah, it's so easy to just go through, and I'm not using any big tools or anything. It's mainly just my hands.
You're like literally at height, picking tomatoes. It's pretty amazing.
Easy to walk through. And I've never had tomatoes get this tall before. Yeah. Like I think having the size of the cage, and they're like, bring it. We're gonna just keep on growing and yeah, a wall of tomatoes.
You are giving them the opportunity to live out their fullest potential, essentially. They are aggressive viners, and if you give them the structural support to go up, they will continue to do so until you say otherwise or frost happens.
I mean, maybe we go taller next year. I don't know.
I say why not?
I've never grown this much eggplant before.
Yeah,
they've been beautiful. I've got more coming in every day, and I didn't know they got this tall either.
I mean, I wouldn't even call this an eggplant. This is like an egg tree. It's literally.
Oh my gosh!
It's thick. I mean, this guy is huge. So the garden magic actually extends outside of the boxes. Behind me, we have a beautiful row of native plants. So Maggie, tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I started learning about native plants.
I know.
That's why right there, one of the monarchs. I started learning about native plants 2 years ago, and I have 2 different areas on the farm where I started converting over to prairies because I just learned of how beneficial it is for the area. And so when we were working on this, we were trying to figure out, what do we do about this area? We weren't sure we wanted like a big retaining wall.
Right.
And I was like, I know the answer to this. We're going to plant more natives because the roots grow just so deep. Some of the grasses get over 10 feet deep.
Wow.
In the root system. And so that's we don't need a retaining wall. The plants kind of become that.
And so it helps
forest.
with erosion.
Absolutely.
Cool.
But then that's so beneficial for the pollinators.
Clearly.
And so I have so much milkweed. I have 5 different varieties of milkweed. And so I've had monarchs all summer buzzing around.
That's
and then
incredible.
the caterpillars. And then the swallowtail butterflies have been around a lot too. And then there's over 200 varieties of native bees in Iowa.
Oh, wow.
And the majority of them are ground bees, or they'll live within the stems. So this is where I could be a little bit lazy, like in the fall.
We like that. Easy.
Yeah. In the fall, I don't do anything about this. Like as things die down, I leave it because the birds are going to eat on it through the winter. The bees are going to live in it. So I don't even have to do any garden cleanup, which is a win for me.
Well, Maggie, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, this is a special one. Not just is it in Iowa, it is on the farm, and you have just above and beyond A+++ student. So
I love that as a teacher.
It's true. I'm speaking
tell
from
me
the
I'm
heart.
your #1 gardener.
You literally are, and it just makes me so happy to come home, and you're creating space for my mom and dad to enjoy.
Oh my gosh.
They're
yes,
not
they love
gardening
to come
anymore,
over.
so they can come over. I mean, it's just such an incredible, we've done a good job co-creating this space.
I think so.
And I cannot wait to build the next one, because what's coming next is our second Iowa garden.
Yay.
Not that far away on this property, technically speaking, but
One driveway over.
One driveway over at Brian and Brandon's. And then also, fun fact, Adam, if he has some time, he might get his hands in there again.
I think he enjoyed that.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was really fun to have him there, and maybe this time it won't be frigid cold.
That would be nice.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so happy for it.
So building a custom luxury garden space is a lot to juggle, but doing it here on my Iowa family farm, it's extra special. Oh, sorry. Let me just
I'll let you finish.
Now I've committed. And we're back. Okay. We were able to manipulate. Oh, hello. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. This thing is from 1997. Cats of 97. This is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life.
And I doubt if my brothers will believe me, but I got a 138 on my IQ test. Gonna look at myself. Ooh, spooky. There, can I see myself? There I am. Doo 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 doo. I look funny. Anyway, here's the cutest guy in the world. His name, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer. Isn't he cute? He's just so cute. Okay, now let's move on. But first, let's take one last look at Val Kilmer. Oh, focus, focus.